And we are live. I am Phoenix on Purpose, and this is Purpose Not Permission. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for watching. If you aren't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, like and share, hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I go live. If you're listening to the audio version only on my podcast, be sure to download all episodes and give it a 5-star rating. If you're watching the visual replay on YouTube, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the topic. So the topic of this video is, do you believe in unconditional love? I don't. I used to believe in unconditional love, but now I understand that such conditions do exist on every love relationship, every relationship in life, everything in life requires reciprocity. Unconditional love, in my opinion, does not exist. If you look at a relationship, if you're in a relationship that is unfulfilling, you're not getting your needs met, it's toxic in any way, shape, or form, but the other person, the other partner that is in that relationship is accepting toxic treatment, toxic behavior, there are no requirements to fulfill the standard of that relationship. If you're in that situation, whomever it is that's tolerating that treatment, doesn't know their worth, and anyone that's on the outside of that relationship or that situation is more than likely looking at the person that they're in partnership with a little strange, because you would have to question, why on earth would anyone want to tolerate anything that is toxic, anything that is not, anything that is a situation where they aren't having their needs met. Anyone who's tolerating a situation where they're unfulfilled, unsatisfied, they're lacking in whatever it is that they want from that relationship. Relationships aren't unconditional. There are conditions that are required in everything in life. You cannot run a successful business without having certain quotas, certain dollar amounts that are set in order to recoup the value that you poured into that business. Whatever brand you're building, whatever it is that you're building for yourself, right? I'm going to give you many examples. This is just one. In a business, again, you start with a certain dollar amount, right? That you use to pour into that business, to start that business, to build that business, to do your incorporation, to hire your attorneys, whatever it is, whatever branding materials you've purchased, whatever additional, whatever things you've purchased, whatever product you've purchased, right? To resell for your business. The condition is that you recoup your money from that business in order for it to actually be successful to you, for you. You recoup your money back in addition to a profit. That is a condition. In a friendship, right? If you're pouring into your friends, if you have friends that are, whatever it is that they're doing, they're in school, they're, in a job, they're in a career, they're building a business, they're working on personal goals, you require that your friends support you, right? If your friends aren't supporting you, that's a condition that isn't being met. Therefore, that friendship is 9 times out of 10 going to go sour. Everything requires reciprocity. There are no relationships without conditions. I don't believe in unconditional love. Nothing in life is without conditions. If you're in whatever family situation you're in, right? No matter what that person's title is to you, your mother, your father, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your brother, your sister, right? Whatever your niece, your nephew, whatever dynamic you've established in your family, your familial relationships, if you're not being poured into by those family members, if you're only pouring into them, you're not getting anything in return, you're not having your needs met, you're not feeling satisfied or fulfilled, you're not feeling support, you're not feeling loved, you're not feeling encouraged, you're not feeling inspired, right? Why would you stay in that situation? Why would you stay in that family dynamic? Why would you remain tethered to that family dynamic? It's not filling the condition to you of feeling good. Everything has a condition, everything. Again, specifically love relationships, right? If your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, spouse, partner, whatever you want to call it, if that person isn't meeting your needs, if you haven't set any standard, if you have no boundaries whatsoever, right? Number one, you're not requiring whatever it is that you feel you're worth, or you don't feel that you're worth anything. Number two, if you set standards, you set boundaries, you require reciprocity, you require to be poured into, you require courting, you require dates, you require like for like energy, you require whatever it is that you require. There is a condition. Therefore, if that condition isn't being met, 9 times out of 10, you're going to end that relationship. Unconditional love doesn't exist. Whatever your standard is, whatever your boundaries are, whatever you've established for you, whatever your needs are, if they aren't being met across the board in anything that you enter, anything, you no longer love it. Therefore, there is no unconditional love. If you don't love it anymore, you're going to leave it. That's a career, a job, a city, a house, an environment. People search and search high and low for forever homes, requiring that it meets the conditions of what it is that they're looking for. If you know the condition that you need, right, in your forever home is ample storage space, ample bedrooms, ample square footage, ample closet space. You require that it be on a quiet block away from full street activity. You require that it be, in a secluded neighborhood. You require that that house that you're looking for, that house that you're looking to purchase, meets your standard. You require that it meet your dollar amount that you're willing to offer or pay for that property. You're requiring your condition to purchase that property is that it pass certain inspections, is that it um appraised for a certain value, right? Either the dollar amount that you pay or well above. If it doesn't meet those conditions, you're not going to be in love with that house or purchase that home or move into that home because the condition isn't being met. No, unconditional love does not exist. That is fairy tale, magical thinking. It doesn't exist in anything in life, right? You're looking to run a marathon. You have to train for that marathon. Your body has to be in the right condition in order for you to run that marathon. You need to be in the best shape that you could possibly be in so that your endurance is where it needs to be. That is a condition of your body, a requirement that you set for yourself to run that marathon and finish that marathon, surpassing your conditions, your expectation. It is across the board with any and everything. Unconditional love does not exist. There is no such thing. Anyone who is in a love relationship of any kind, anyone who is looking to achieve anything in life, anyone who is in any area of their life who isn't being fulfilled, but you're still staying in that relationship, you don't actually love yourself. If you're staying in a career that's unfulfilling, right? You're not taking that leap of faith to get out and either look for another career or build something for yourself. You're not meeting your own conditions of I need to be happy in order for me to stay in this situation. If you're living in a city or in an environment, in a neighborhood that isn't pleasing to you, there's a high crime rate. You don't like what's going on in this neighborhood, in this environment, in this city, and you don't decide, okay, I'm going to knuckle down and do whatever it is that I have to do to move out of this environment, out of this city, out of this location, to another coast, to another state, to another city, whatever it is, out of the country, right? The condition isn't that bothersome to you that you're willing to push yourself to move into that next level. There's no such thing as unconditional love. Again, it is fairy tale, magical thinking that if you're in a relationship of any kind, because everything across the board in life is a relationship, right? It's a relationship first with yourself and then a contract that you're negotiating with someone else or something else. If that thing isn't meeting the standard, if it isn't meeting the requirement that you set, the condition that you entered into it for, if it's no longer meeting that, or if it never met it and you're still staying in it, right? That's something to be re-examined within you. There is no such thing as unconditional love. If you're in a relationship with someone or something that is toxic, if you're in a relationship with someone who's putting their hands on you, talking to you nasty, mistreating you, in any way, shape, or form, if that isn't your condition to be treated well in that relationship, if that isn't your condition, again, number one, your conditions that you've set for yourself aren't high enough. But if it is your condition to be treated well in that relationship, and those conditions aren't being met, aren't you more than likely to fall out of love with that person? This topic keeps coming up over and over again. Unconditional love, unconditional love. No one loves anyone unconditionally. No one. No one. I have animals. If my puppy is not behaving in the best way possible, meaning her potty training, not going to the bathroom in the house, waiting for her walks, behaving, taking her commands, right? I'm just giving you little nonsense scenarios because, again, everything in life has conditions. If my animals, my fur babies, aren't behaving properly, if they're tearing things up, my cat likes to scratch. If he's scratching on my furniture versus scratching on his designated scratch pad, that's a condition where I'm going to be upset with my cat, upset with my puppy for pooping in the house, peeing in the house, upset with my fur babies, my animals, because they're not meeting the conditions that I set for them as house pets. It's the same thing for your children. If you set the condition that your child needs to get good grades in school, needs to get good grades to pass to their next level. Obviously, their instructors, their teachers in school, right, set conditions on their students to pass certain requirements to reach their next grade level. Conditions are set on students in a classroom in any setting to be cordial and to be peaceful with the other classmates, to get along, to group up and help one another on group projects that they're tasked to do. If they aren't meeting those conditions, then they're going to be marked poorly on whatever project it is they're pursuing, whatever goals that they're trying to achieve. They're going to be marked poorly. They're not going to pass the conditions that were set for them, so they cannot reach their next level. Again, in business, like anything across the board, nothing in life is free. If anyone is looking for something in life for free and they think that that free is actually worth something, you're in for a rude awakening. Nothing in life is free. Nothing is without condition. Nothing, unless you are accepting mediocre, toxicity, negativity, all those things, the things that are not on the other side of good. There is nothing in life that is without condition. Nothing. Nothing. It's difficult for me to get into this YouTube algorithm because, number one, I'm not pumping out enough content consistently enough, right? That's my condition. Number two, I believe they have me buried in the algorithm, possibly because of the quality of my videos. Again, the quality, the consistency. There are conditions to get into this YouTube algorithm, right? Everything in life has conditions. Everything. It requires your understanding. It requires your level of knowledge. It requires your level of willingness. It requires your level of consistency, pushing things out, reaching a higher height, reaching or meeting someone else's standard that was set for you in order to achieve that condition and maintain that condition. Nothing in life is free. Nothing, unconditional love does not exist. There is nothing in life that is worth having, again, that is not without condition. Long time ago, many years ago, when I would go to the mall, there used to be in the food court people that would stand and give out free samples of their food, free samples of their product, right? If you're trying free samples of food in the mall, right? And the condition, the standard, the quality of that food is good, it's going to make you then want to go purchase it. The condition is that the food tastes good to you, that you like it, right? And if you like it and that condition is met, that standard is met, that the food tastes good, then maybe you'll visit that restaurant, you'll go to that store, whatever it is, and actually purchase that product, right? That is a condition. If the food doesn't taste good to you, you're going to keep on walking and go try a different restaurant. Every single thing in life has conditions. I know that clothing, right? When you go to a clothing store, if the price is not set to your standard, the amount that you want to pay, if it's overpriced and it's over your budget, it's not meeting your condition, or the quality of clothing isn't what you'd like it to be. It isn't something that'll hold up in the washing machine. It isn't something that you're going to be able to get a lot of wear and tear out of. It isn't something that's fashionable for you. It's not flattering to your body shape or your body type. That is a condition that you have set for that clothing product, right? For that service, whatever it is. If you're at the store where you're shopping and you're not getting top-notch service, the store employees are rude to you. They're not helpful to you in finding whatever it is that you're looking for. More than likely, you're not going to revisit that store because the employees and the standard, the level of customer service that you've set for yourself isn't being met. That condition, right? For you to buy, for you to shop there, for you to return there and report that you had a positive experience, to feel good about your shopping experience in that location. If your condition, your standard isn't being met, right? That's not an experience that you can report back to anyone else that you loved, right? You actually didn't like that experience. Those conditions were poor, they were unfavorable. So, no, you didn't love that shopping experience. No, you're probably going to go back and say, I don't even like the clothes because everything else about that buying experience wasn't favorable. It wasn't a good standard. It wasn't a good condition for me. I expected to go into that store and have top level service, to be able to find clothes that were affordable, to fit my body shape. I wanted to have a good experience. When I wear the clothes, I want to feel good in them. I want them to be wash and wear. Whatever it is, right? I'm just throwing out random examples. Every single thing in life across the board has conditions. There is no such thing as unconditional love. Again, unless you are someone who tolerates poor treatment, mediocre service, mediocrity from other human beings, unless you're someone who is at a level of living in your life or mentally in your mind where you're willing to accept less, you're willing to accept low quality, poor quality, you're willing to accept a lower standard, right? Only people who are willing, average thinkers, average minds who are willing to accept low standards, believe in unconditional love. There is nothing in life that is without conditions. Unconditional love across the board, especially in relationships with other human beings, it does not exist. There is no such thing. Think about your life. Look over your life. Re-examine your life. Every area of your life. Reevaluate your life. Do you believe in unconditional love? I don't. I think it's fairy tale, magical thinking. But you tell me what you think in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Again, turn on your notification bell so that you're aware every time I go live. Love, travel, and manifest. Live your life for purpose without asking anyone else for permission. And in case no one told you today, I love you. And I will check in with you soon.